Today I want to talk a little bit about, as you all know, well, a lot of you know, this year has been a big year of changes for me. I've taken on being a caregiver for my brothers and my mother, and just a lot more responsibilities, a lot more things I got to remember, and managing finances for my brother, managing medicines and doctor's appointments, and it's a lot. And, as we are this first weekend of August, which I cannot believe, this year has just flown by for me. And I'm kind of reflecting and looking back over, over half of the year. And I've gotten a lot done. I feel really proud of a lot of things that I've accomplished for my family. They're in a lot better place. Everybody's doing a lot better. There's still a lot of challenges I'm working through, but I've been navigating it, and it's been really good. But I realized that I've been feeling kind of funky, which that's normal. Change makes you feel funky. But I started kind of noticing that I've been feeling a little disappointed in myself, and I've been kind of beating myself up unintentionally, because while I've been navigating all these new things for my family, I've been kind of ignoring good behaviors and habits that I had developed over the last 6-7 years as I got on this metaphysical journey. I was on my own for a little while, so I was really able to zone into those habits that were keeping me lifted and keeping me feeling good and on my path. And I've kind of been, for lack of a better way of describing it, I feel like I've been yanked off my path temporarily and somewhere in the woods trying to find my way back to the path. And I'm thinking, how dare you do this? You know better, you know who you are, you know what you're capable of. And so then again, I'm beating myself up. And so I sat there and I thought the other day how I just have such high expectations on myself. When I started this metaphysical journey, I really started looking at others differently and taking those expectations off of others. I don't put my expectations on people anymore. And it's made my relationships so much better. But I have still been keeping those expectations on myself. And I didn't realize it until I was starting to feel kind of just not feeling real good about myself. And I'm like, why am I feeling this way? I tell you guys all the time, when I start feeling funky, I try to listen to those feelings, try to be that detective, why am I feeling this way? And I realized it's I had all these expectations and all these goals for this year, and I got a lot of them done that involved my family, but I haven't gotten them a lot done that involved me, and then I proceeded to beat myself up. So I had to take a step back and go, look, I can't take the expectations off others, but keep putting them on myself. It's time I let myself off the hook. And I know a lot of you gotta feel the same way, because we put so much on ourselves, and just because we know we can do things, just because we know how to do the things, doesn't mean we gotta do all the things. And we don't have to, and we're not gonna be able to. We gotta take it one day at a time, one little thing at a time. Holly and her tiny habits, I always kind of hear her in the back of my head too, tiny habits, that's tiny habits. And again, I know those things, but applying them, actually doing them, that is the challenge. But I realize that I've got to really start focusing on no more expectations on myself, just trusting that I'm going to do what I'm meant to do and the time I'm meant to do it in. There's no deadline, right? And that's what I think we all need to hear that. And so let yourselves off the hook. You're not on a timeline. It's not a race, right? So I give you all permission.